Hey, do you want to be able to hit someone from 25 feet away with your fist, dealing massive damage in the process? If you do, you've come to the right place, so stick around and I'll show you how. For your race, choose Bugbear to get a +2 to Strength and +1 to Dex. You get an advantage on stealth checks, 5 extra feet of range with melee attacks, and once per round, you deal an extra 2d6 damage if you hit an opponent before they take their initiative. The level progression for this build is relatively straightforward. Start with 1 level in Fighter, then take 3 levels in Monk, and then switch back to take your last 2 levels in Fighter. For your background, choose Far Traveler, giving you proficiency in Insight and Perception, and proficiency in the tools Disguise Kit and Thieves Tools. At level 1, your class is Fighter, giving you proficiency in Strength and Constitution saving throws, proficiency in the skills Acrobatics and Survival, and your fighting style. For your fighting style, take Unarmed Strike, letting you deal 1d6 plus your strength modifier with your fists, or 1d8 while you're not wielding a weapon. You also get Second Wind, letting you heal 1d10 plus your fighter level as a bonus action. Starting at level 2, switch over to Monk, giving you unarmored defense, which doesn't really help because you're wearing armor, but it's a useful thing to have. You also get Martial Arts, which lets you use your dexterity instead of your strength to attack, lets you treat your fists as a weapon, dealing 1d4 damage, and lets you use your fists to attack as a bonus action. At level 3, take another level in Monk to get Key and 3 abilities: Flurry of Blows, Patient Defense, and Step of the Wind. Flurry of Blows lets you hit twice with your fist as a bonus action. Patient Defense lets you take the dodge action as your bonus action. And Step of the Wind lets you disengage or dash as a bonus action and double your jump distance. All of these cost 1 key point each. You also get Unarmored Movement, adding 10 to your movement speed if you aren't wearing armor. For your 4th level, you get your subclass and the ability to deflect missiles. For your subclass, pick the Way of 4 elements and pick up the elemental discipline, Fangs of the Fire Snake. Fangs of the Fire Snake allows you to increase the range of your attack by 10 feet for 1 key point. This attack deals fire damage. You can also spend more key points and deal an extra 1d10 of fire damage per key point. The ability to deflect missiles lets you decrease the damage you take from a ranged weapon attack by 1d10 plus your dexterity modifier and monk level as a reaction. If you reduce the damage to 0 and have 1 open hand, you can catch the ammunition and spend 1 key point to throw the ammunition at an opponent within 60 feet as part of the same reaction. Upon reaching level 5, we're going to switch back over to Fighter. This level of Fighter gives you Action Surge, letting you double the amount of actions you can take once per short or long rest. For level 6, take your last level in Fighter to get your subclass. For your subclass, pick Battlemaster. You get to pick 3 maneuvers and have 4 superiority dice. Superiority dice are d8s you use when using a maneuver. They have different effects depending on the maneuver. For your maneuvers, pick Lunging Attack, Riposte, and Menacing Attack. Lunging Attack lets you add 5 feet to hit with your attack, and add your superiority die to the damage of the attack. Riposte lets you attack as a reaction. If an opponent misses an attack against you, you add your superiority die to the damage of the attack. Menacing Attack lets you have your opponent make a wisdom saving throw, and if they fail the wisdom saving throw, they are frightened. You add your superiority die to the damage of this attack. Now that we've taken all the levels we need for this build, let's find out how viable it is. First, as a Bugbear, you deal an extra 2d6 damage if you go before the target. You also deal a d8 because of the unarmored fighting style, and another d8 from Lunging Attack. In total, if you hit an enemy before they take their initiative, you deal 2d6 plus 2d8 plus 3 damage from 25 feet away with Lunging Attack and Fangs of the Fire Snake. Plus another d8 from unarmored fighting as your bonus action, and you can use your action search to do all of this again for a total of 2d6 plus 68 plus 12, or an average of 46 damage. You can also heal yourself, albeit a little, and your AC is 16, which is pretty good. You can increase it by buying heavy armor. A weakness for this build is that you are spread thin. You only have 4 superiority die and 3 key points, which isn't a lot. A way to compensate for this is to pick up the feat, Martial Adept, which gives you 2 superiority die every time you take this feat. That's all for this build. If you thought I should do something different or taking this build somewhere else, please put it in the comments. If you want to be alerted in my next video, please subscribe and turn on notifications, or go watch the video you see on the right. That's all for this week. Thank you. Bye.